everyone, and welcome to CXO Insights. I am joined by Toufic Derbass, the Managing Director for Middle East, Turkey and Africa at Kaspersky. Welcome, Toufic.
Thank you very much, Adele.
Great to have you here with us today.
Pleasure is mine.
Okay. So just to kick us off, maybe if you could, it will be great if you could give an overview as to what Kaspersky is highlighting at GISEC this year.
Yeah, I mean, for us, being in GISEC is of utmost importance. We are, the fight for cybersecurity is a global one, and for us as a company, it's very important that we are very close to our partners, regulators across the globe, but specifically in the UAE, and that we keep on discussing our innovations, our strategies, and that we complement our efforts to fulfill our joint mission, which is making the world a safer place. So for us, what is important is to share all our latest innovations, is to enhance our existing partnerships with the likes of Cybersecurity Council, with the likes of TDRA and other organizations, as well as our private customers and partners.
Okay, thank you so much, Toufic. And then looking at the industry today, so what are the different trends and threats that are happening in the security and technology space?
So, of course, you have a spectrum of threats. I mean, the most sophisticated are what we call APTs, Advanced Persistent Threats. And these are the highest scale where you have the most sophisticated threats, but also the most funded. 90% of these threats are state-sponsored. So it's important that we have the highest level of readiness to counter these threats, and as such, we have a big research team sitting here in Dubai that are monitoring 20 of those APTs. So these APTs are targeting sectors like government, defense, energy, telco, banking, and we are there to keep monitoring them. And by monitoring and learning and tackling, we learn a lot, and we make this information available through our threat intelligence portal for other peers and players in the same industries to learn from the wins that we achieve in stopping those big threat actors. I also want to speak specifically about the threat to critical infrastructure. So you have the threat against IT, but also you have the operation technology. So I talk about oil and gas, energy, utilities, and these have different types of technologies that we call OT as opposed to IT. And we've seen statistics that 35% of devices in industrial organizations have been compromised in the UAE. If you look at the Middle East, it's 38%. So it's very important that we are very vigilant in this domain, and Kaspersky is the only vendor who has a full portfolio dedicated for industrial cybersecurity, from a device, an endpoint device, but also from a network device. And we are also the only vendor worldwide which has a dedicated cert for industrial cybersecurity. So in general, you see certs belonging to countries, but we as a company, we have a dedicated cert for industrial cybersecurity. These are really points of real interest and real focus for us.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Toufic. And obviously, a big focus for GISEC this year is artificial intelligence, and rightly so. It's something that a lot of industries today are focusing on as well. So, from your perspective, how can organizations truly leverage artificial intelligence to achieve cyber resilience?
So, of course, AI is more and more to the fore, and the presence of LLMs, large language models. We're seeing that cyber criminals are extremely proficient. They are able to generate extremely credible emails, images, etc. With AI, with LLMs, and for over 2 decades, we've been using machine learning and artificial intelligence technologies to stop this kind of threat. And of course, exponentially things have developed in the last couple of years. So as an example, I'll tell you, our team, with the help of automation, of artificial intelligence, is capturing 500,000 malicious files per day. So this cannot be done without AI. So they are using AI. We have to also use AI But of course, we don't only rely on AI, it's human intelligence and artificial intelligence. So the machine, in order to work, you have to feed the machine. And who feeds the machine? Who feeds the learning? It's humans. So that's why also in Kaspersky we hire a lot of top professionals. We have over 20 PhDs in mathematics in Kaspersky to enrich the AI cyber defense, but also for AI cyber defense to enrich the human. It's a real human and artificial intelligence cooperation.
Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate your insight.
Pleasure. Thank you very much.